Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to take a little trip into your own mind. See, there are basically two characters running the show up there, two systems that dictate pretty much everything about how you think. And this isn't just some pop psychology, it's all based on the Nobel Prize-winning work of Daniel Kahneman. So, you ready? Let's get into it.
All right off the bat, here's a question for you. Quick, what's 17 times 24? And no, don't reach for your phone. Seriously, try to do it in your head, just for a second.
Yeah, you can feel that, can't you? That mental work. It's not easy. It's deliberate, it's effortful, and man, is it slow. You probably felt your muscles tense up a bit, maybe your heart's beating a little faster. If someone was watching you right now, they'd literally see your pupils get bigger. That whole feeling? That's what we call slow thinking.
Okay, now what about this? Forget the math. Just look at this image of a woman. The caption says, "You knew she is angry and about to say some very unkind words." Did you have to work for that? No way. It was instant, right? You didn't do any complex calculations. The understanding, the feeling, it just happened. You knew she was angry. You probably even braced yourself for what was coming next. That is fast thinking.
So you've got these two completely different experiences, right? The tough math problem versus the instant read of an emotion. Well, those aren't just random brain glitches. They actually introduce us to the two main characters in the story of your mind.
First up, let's meet System 1. Think of this as the automatic hero of your mind's story. It's your gut. It's your intuition. It's operating constantly, automatically, and super fast, with basically zero effort from you. It's the part of you that just knows things, that generates all those little feelings and impressions all day long. It's the hero because, honestly, it does almost all the heavy lifting.
And then there's the other guy, System 2. This is the effortful thinker. This is the part of your brain you probably think of as you. It's your conscious self, the one that makes choices, the one that reasons things out. It's the one that had to switch on to even attempt that 17 times 24 problem. It handles the tough stuff, the complex computations, but it takes a lot of work.
So let's break it down. You've got System 1, our hero. Fast, automatic, effortless, totally intuitive. Then you've got System 2, the supporting character. Slow, deliberate, and effortful. But here's the kicker. The most important thing to know about System 2, it's lazy. Like really lazy. It's the part that believes it's the boss, but it will do anything to avoid hard work.
Okay, so this is where the real drama starts. Because these two characters, these two systems, they're both on stage whenever you're awake. They have to work together, or, as you're about to see, sometimes they come into conflict. Let me throw another little puzzle at you. And the rule is, don't think too hard. Just say the first answer that pops into your head. Ready? A bat and a ball cost $1.10 total. The bat costs exactly $1 more than the ball. So, how much does the ball cost?
So did an answer just jump out at you? For most of us, our brain immediately screams, 10 cents, right? It just feels right, it's easy, it's plausible, it's a perfect little answer handed to you on a silver platter by your fast-thinking System 1. And that beautiful, intuitive answer is completely wrong. Think about it. If the ball is 10 cents and the bat is $1 more, the bat would be $1.10. Add those together and you get $1.20. Not $1.10. So, yeah, it's wrong. And hey, don't feel bad. More than half the students at places like Harvard, MIT, and Princeton get this wrong too. Their System 1 tricked them, just like it probably tricked you.
The actual answer is 5 cents. Because a 5-cent ball plus a bat that's $1 more, that's $1.05, adds up to our total of $1.10. See? To get there, your lazy System 2 had to actually wake up, do the math, and tell System 1, nope, your answer's no good. And that takes real work.
So what just happened there? That little brain teaser? It's a perfect example of what's called a cognitive illusion. It's a predictable, repeatable error in how we think. It's when our fast, gut-feeling System 1 confidently points us down the wrong road, and our lazy System 2 just doesn't bother to check the map.
And these illusions aren't just for numbers. They happen with what we see, too. I mean, look at this. It's the famous Mueller-Lyer illusion. Just a quick glance. Which line is longer? Your system 1, the automatic part of your vision, is screaming that the bottom one is longer. It's not even a question, right? It just is.
But here's the thing. Your system 2, the logical you, knows it's a trick. You've probably seen it before, or you could imagine taking a ruler to it. You know the lines are the exact same length, but you can't stop seeing the bottom one is longer, can you? You just can't turn the illusion off. And that right there is the fundamental conflict. Even when System 2 knows the facts, it can't shut off the powerful, automatic, and in this case, totally wrong perceptions coming from System 1.
So why? Why do we keep falling for this stuff? Why do these illusions work so well on us? Well, it all comes back to a core principle of how our minds are wired, what Kahneman calls the law of least effort. Our lazy controller, that System 2, just really prefers not to work any harder than it absolutely has to.
Let's really feel this conflict. Take a look at these columns. For the first task, I want you to go down the columns and just say upper or lower for each word based on its case. Pretty simple, right? Okay, now for round 2. Go down the columns again, but this time say left or right depending on the word's position. Whoa, you feel that? Especially on the right-hand column? That feeling of struggle? That's the feeling of your effortful System 2 literally fighting your automatic System 1, which just wants to read the words. And that fight, it burns energy.
And here's the catch. That mental energy is a finite resource. Psychologists have a name for this: ego depletion. Just think of your self-control and your ability to do hard mental tasks as being fueled by a single, limited tank of gas. Every time you force yourself to do something tough, whether it's fighting the urge to eat a cookie or forcing yourself to be nice to someone annoying, you're using up a little bit of that gas.
So what happens when that tank starts running on empty in the real world? Well, check this out. There was a famous study on Israeli judges making parole decisions, and what they found was stunning. Right after a meal break, when they were fed and rested, the judges approved parole about 65% of the time. But as the day went on, as they got more tired, more hungry, their mental energy got depleted, and the approval rate dropped. It dropped all the way down to nearly 0 right before their next break. Why? Because when System 2 is exhausted, it just defaults to the easiest, simplest answer. And in this case, the easiest answer was no.
Okay, so this has all been a fascinating tour of our mental quirks, but what's the point? Why does any of this actually matter? Well, because once you understand this inner drama, this push and pull between System 1 and System 2, it gives you a whole new language to think about, well, your own thinking.
And Kahneman himself says the goal here isn't to make us feel bad about our flawed brains. The goal is to give us a better vocabulary, a better way to talk and think about judgment and choice. And let's be honest, it's always way easier and kind of more fun to notice these little mental glitches in other people. But the cool thing is, the more you practice spotting them out in the world, the better you get at catching them in yourself. And really, that's the big takeaway here. You now have the names for these things. You have System 1 and System 2. You have cognitive illusions. You have ego depletion. So the next time your gut just screams an answer that feels a little too perfect, you can take a second and go, hang on, that's my System 1 jumping the gun. Or when you find yourself making bad, lazy choices at the end of a long day, you can recognize it for what it is, ego depletion. It's like having a diagnostic toolkit for your own mind.
So we'll leave you with this question. Now that you've been properly introduced to these two characters in your head, the impulsive, automatic hero and the lazy but logical sidekick, ask yourself this. As you go through your life, making thousands of tiny decisions every day, in that constant dance between fast and slow thinking, who's really in charge?